How you doing, Ed? You should be able to hear me now. Okay. I'll tell you, what a long day. I haven't had drumsticks in my hands until just now, all day. I had gone to New York City because I tried to get a card. I had to get a new card for my computer. I took a ride to the city, bought the card, came back, and put the card in, and here I am now. Anyway, we have the PDFs, and it's a little bit unusual. There's someone else that should be in this chat here, or two other people. So I really would appreciate if you get into the chat and say hello. Now, I apologize about this afternoon, but it was out of my hands. So I'm going to be doing a lesson tomorrow, 1 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. And I'm going to do a lesson Thursday at 1 p.m. Now, what I'm going to do tonight is exactly what I'm going to do tomorrow at 1 p.m. Now, we all have the PDFs. Mike, Ed, and whoever else wants the PDFs, who doesn't have enough gumption or guts to come into the chat, here's my email. And you could email me and I'll send you the PDFs of tonight's lesson. Okay, we got the PDFs. Now, so we're still going to be working with the grid. I just did the first page. The first page of oh boy, of the PDFs, there's a mistake. Sometimes the computer, hey Paul, how you doing? Sometimes the computer just doesn't want to do what I want it to do. And I should check and I should play the patterns. But like I said, I haven't had sticks in my hands all day until now. If you look at the first page, okay, I came up with this particular sticking pattern. Now, on the first measure is where the mistake is, okay? On the third, it's right, on the third 3E and it's right, right, left, left. It should be right, right, left, right. So if you want to change that, okay? We got that? Okay, I hope so. This is a pattern, like I said, I'm just going to randomly take a pattern. And what I did is I took the sticking pattern on one surface. And I really haven't had a chance to practice this, so bear with me, okay? Because of the issues I was having with the computer today. So the sticking pattern is going to stay the same, and we're going to move the grid. We're going to move the foot around just in the grid. Now, I wrote it with the right foot, okay? That's the bass drum. So you're going to maintain the sticking pattern, and you're going to play the bass drum where it falls on part of the grid. Sorry. Oh. I don't know, anybody ever drive into New York City? Man, it is tough. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do the sticking. Then it goes, now when you go to 3E and remember the mistake, okay? I'm going to continually play the sticking pattern over and over again, and I'm going to shift the foot for the grid. Now you have to watch here for the grid, because the last lesson I didn't explain this. Now, when I go to a 4-measure increment, I'm still going to maintain the grid. And the grid is every 4 beats, every 4 counts. So if you look at the first measure, it's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and That's where we didn't present it last time. So the second measure, you're going to continue to count. You're going to have 1 E and now the 2 is going to fall with the left hand. E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E, 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and so on and so forth. Now, you can do this with any line of the stick control book. So there's no need for me to write it out. It takes a long, long time. What I want to do tonight is I wanted to go to the second page, and I took this pattern, but I used the system. The system was wherever there's a right on the part of the grid, the bass drum will fall. Whenever there's a left, it's the hi-hat. So, do we all understand the first page? I mean, it's just a matter of doing it slow. Here, I'll do the first couple lines real slow. Now, I got to remember that mistake. It's 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E. I'm sorry, 1, so on and so forth. Like I said, I did not have sticks in my hands all day. I can't even see the chart. But here, let's go to the second page. You're going to really be interested in this. Again, I randomly made this pattern up, and if you, as you can see, it's all part of the stick control book. Okay? You can do this with any line. I know some of you need to have it written out, so it's the easier way. But it's visible. But what you want to do, okay, is, did I make another mistake here? No, this is fine. I think. Yeah, I did make a mistake. But that's okay. I'm going to keep that pattern. Now, the pattern's going to change. It's without the mistake. It's going to, trust me, this will work. All right, we go to the second page, and you have the pattern. You have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. You follow the sticking. You're not about speed here, you're about control. So you have 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4 E and a. Simple. I kept the left on the third downbeat. The third downbeat, 3 E and then it's going to go 4 E and Now, you could challenge this and say, okay, I'm going to take it from the second line to the end. Okay, that's end result, not the beginning. You could take any one of these patterns, 1 measure increments, and have a funk pattern going on. You could take a 2 measure increment and have a funk pattern going on, or a 4 measure increment. You guys see that? So we're on the second page, second line. Now, we're going to use the hi-hat with the right hand, the hi-hat with the left foot. Now we have ghost notes. Okay? Now the ghost note, as you know, is lighter than the normal note. If I'm playing normally here, my ghost note's going to be here. Okay, so now, let's go to the first measure only. 1 E and 2 E and Now this time I started, before I go, I'm ahead of myself. Before I go further, I started the grid on the E, okay, instead of the downbeat. That's why it's falling on that E. So that's where it's going to get a little confusing. So I have 1 E and Now that's a funk pattern in itself. Now, the way I recommend to practice this, I should talk about practicing it, I should practice it, excuse me, is do the first measure over and over and over 9 million times. Why is it sounding like that? Hold on. Gene Krupa. Okay, let's go back to the first measure. Come on, guys, talk to me. Make my life a little easier. I'm totally exhausted from fighting with taxi cab drivers, all from India. They're crazy. Okay, the first measure, second line, nice and easy. A little easier, okay? You guys have any questions on this? We're starting on the E, but I want to do the first measure over and over again. Or better yet, no, let's just do the first measure over and over again. Say hello at least. Can you hear me? Say something. I'm getting lonely here. It's so hard to talk to a screen. Do we see where we're going with this, guys? Now, this is not about any particular kind of, this is sounding bad. It's not about any particular kind of tune or music or whatever. I mean, it's funk, yes, but it doesn't, what you do with this, where you put this kind of stuff, is up to you with the song or whatever song that you're playing. But what this is doing is making you, you're controlling what you do. As you play it over and over and over again, you're going to start to hear a lot of different things happening. Why are you playing along? All right, that's okay, I guess. So I'm going to do the first measure over and over again. 1, E, and the 2, E, and the 3, E, and the 4, E, and the. Then we're going to go back to the beginning of the first measure. So I play the first measure over and over and over again. Then I say, okay, let me do the second measure. All right, then I'll do the second measure. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and. And you put them together. Now, you get the first measure, you get the second measure going on. All right, and make it flow. Here's how I make this flow. 1, E, and 2, E, and 3, E, and 4, E, and 1. I'm sorry, that's the bass drum. But anyway, I was just thinking about Mike Clark, for example. He has a book, Funk Patterns or whatever it might be. First of all, Mike Clark is a hell of a great drummer. Plays his ass off. And I love the guy, man. He's just a hell of a nice guy. And his book has all of this. Not all of this, but on the same line as this. And I explained to him what I was doing with the stick control book to make it funk. All right? He flipped out. He wants everything. I said, okay. And he's going to be doing a show coming up in September, I think, once he gets back from his tour in Europe and whatever. But do the first one over and over, the first measure. 1, E, ghost note, the, 2, that's an accent, E, and the, 3, E, and the, 4, E, back, 1, E, and 2, E, and sorry. 4, E, and. Oh. I got to set this up a little bit different. Oh, man. This old age shit sucks. Ugh. Anyway, let's try it again, the first measure. 1, E, and, 2, E, and, 3, E, and, 4, E, and, 1, E, and, 2, E, and, 3, E, and, 4, E, and. Now notice I started on the E. It gives a whole different texture, a whole different feel. Just do the first one 1,000,000 times. Then go to the second one. Do that another 1,000,000 times. Then combine them, the first measure and the second measure. Now you have a funk pattern going on, a 2-measure increment. And do the same thing with the third line. All right, now, I contained just the 4 voices, the hi-hat with the right hand, the hi-hat with the foot, the snare drum, and the bass drum. Okay? So all my limbs there are working. But now, when I take this, and I'm going to move it around eventually in the next week or 2. First, I have to get this done, to be honest with you, because I haven't had drumsticks in my hands all day. And it's like, you guys know how it feels if you don't loosen up or warm up, or you're not in tune to it. You know, you're a computer tech as opposed to an instructor. It just drives me crazy. But anyway, it was a sound graphics card or something. I don't know all that shit. Just take it out of the computer and put it in. I hope it works. These get hey. These get really funky once you play them up tempo, but before you can play them up tempo, you need to slow down. So on and so forth. You get it, gentlemen? Do you like this kind of stuff? Because I make my lessons a lot like this for fun, that I can perform them. I can't really perform them right now. I just can't even see. Ed, talk to me. You're the one that inspired me to continue on the stick control book. Ed likes it. Paul, Mike, who else is in here? 85 guys and 3 guys in the chat. We're going to be dealing with this in 7/8, 7/4, 6/8. That's when it gets a little funky. But right now, I apologize. You know, it's not like me here. You know, this is how I have to be like 100%, and right now I'm not 100%, and I feel really bad that I'm taking away from the lesson. But I'm sure that you gentlemen understand, only because of the fact, you know, wake up in the morning, your computer's not working correctly. Then you have to figure out what's wrong. Then you have to get on the phone and find out if they have the particular sound card or graphics card or whatever it might have been. And then you finally locate one. Then you got to take a trip all the way to New York City, go through the tunnel. It took me almost an hour to get through the tunnel. Then dealing with all the taxi cab drivers, all the Indian guys, Pakistani guys, they want to shoot you and they think they own New York. And then coming back, it took almost another hour to get out of the city, through the tunnel, and then on the New Jersey Turnpike and home. I just got home before the lesson, maybe 7:30. And I'm going to continue this, and tomorrow evening's lesson for the guys who can't make 1 p.m., they're gonna love the lesson. Trust me. I'm going to play these up tempo a little bit, and you're going to start to hear some funk from the Stick Control book. Amazing book. Yeah, have I made you a believer in the Stick Control book? Now, this is a system that I came up with, and it's not going to end. It's going to only grow and grow and grow. And you gentlemen are experiencing not only the new system, but my growth as well as your growth. So we're growing all together. And you know, I just love, how other drummers compare. Well, he sucks. He's better than this guy. Man, ain't nobody better than nobody. We're all equal. We're created equal. And we're all on the same journey to get better. It's all your fault, Dad. You realize that. And next month we're coming up there, right, Mike? We're going to go to Quincy. Okay. Anyway, I sincerely apologize. So, not to make a fool of myself or make this pathetic, I'm going to give it a little bit more time. Do you understand how you could take this sticking pattern? How many guys have a music program they could write? How many guys have a music program that they could write notation with? Because if you don't, I could send you it's a free program that they have on the net. And you could take this sticking pattern, work with this, and you could take the same sticking pattern I have now and start with, instead of the E, the and go through the whole process. It's all different. Then go to the da. Yeah, there is a need because it's not me. You understand. I realize that. Thank you, guys. But anyway, you could take this whole system and take any line from the Stick Control book and do this. But it's best to visualize it. I am not going to write out all these different variations because I'd have a stack up to here. Yes, it's good to visualize it, but it's even better to use it, just mentally do it. It's simple. Well, you want to spend $500, that's not a problem, Paul. Here's what I'll do. I have the program. I'll send you the link for you to download it, to put it on your computer, and you could try it. Same thing with you, Ed. Do you have a program? How about you, Mike? It takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. And you got to just, especially on something like this, one mistake screws the whole thing up. Now, I caught the mistake before. The one that I have used to be Encore, and they changed the name to G-Vox. Yeah, I'm gonna send that to you. I think that's the one, Ed. That's the one I'm talking about. All right, I'm gonna send everybody the link. All right, and I also have Finale and Sibelius. Now, Sibelius is a big program. I have it just on one computer because it slows the computer down. I never really used it, but I'll tell you what I'll talk to you email. I can't be bootlegging or, all this stuff. I'll go to jail. But here's what I'm going to do. And I trust you guys because, we've been hanging out for quite some time now. You can pick up the shipping. I'm going to ship you perhaps the program that I have. All right? And you could load it into your computer. But anyway, Finale, I have the program, but they only allow me to put it on one computer. They got smart to this, the bootlegging shit. But that's okay. Tom. What is the name of it? Groove Scribe? I never heard of it. Hello, Tom. When did you get here? Groove Scribe. All right, thank you. I have to remember that. Tom, this is your first time here? Oh, we're getting new people. Good. Tom, if you want the PDFs for tonight, I did put my email. I'll do it again. Okay. Where you from, Tom? All right, well, good. I apologize to everybody because tonight is really bad for me, okay? Uh, email me and I'll send it to you. But where are you from, Thomas? Don't tell me you live next door to me. Oh. Oh, Rockamoma. Okay, New York, that's good. You're close by. You're a state away. Good for you. You email me and give me a little bit of your background, okay? Who you studied with, how long you've been playing. You have DWs, Yamaha, Pearl, whatever you have. What kind of music you play, what band you're playing. Okay. Anyway, you can do that, please. The middle of Long Island, all right. I have some relatives in Long Island. But anyway, I'm not doing too much tonight because I apologize again. And tomorrow's evening's lesson will be smoke. I might do another lesson Thursday afternoon. It depends. But tomorrow, definitely 1 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. You're going to come back here tomorrow, Tom, at 1 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you can't make, if you can't make the 1 p.m., come back at 8:30. Email me. I'll send you the PDFs. Guys, really? All right. I'm going to email me the link, Ed. Okay? There's all that bootlegging and there's rules and all that stuff. So what you want to do, there, Ed, email me the link, and I'll send it to everybody. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna close up because I'm really shut. I have nothing to eat all day. I have to have dinner, and definitely a smoke. You know that, right, Michael Lewis? Anyway, tomorrow's lesson is going to be a whole lot, 1,000% better. Trust me. I apologize, gentlemen. Again, I'm going to apologize. I'm going to close up, and I will be back tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Thank you. We're going to work on the second sheet of the PDFs, one measure at a time, and then we'll play them all together. Okay? Now, what was that? Groove what? Oh, yeah. Tom, when you email me, if you can, send me the link to the program. Ken, hi, hello. When did you get here, Ken? I didn't do anything tonight. You're welcome, Michael. Ken, where are you from? This is the first time you've been here? Email me. I put my email there. I'll send you the PDFs for tonight. And we'll discuss it tomorrow, again, 1 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. So you have my email there, Mr. Ken? All right. Anyway, I do apologize. There was the lessons are on at night at 8:30, and they usually run to about 9, a little bit after 9. So why don't you email me? That's Maryland, right? Or Mass, right? Massachusetts. I'm sorry. Okay, great state. I'm going to play Donald Trump. Great people, good people, beautiful people. You have the email, so email me, okay? And I will send you the PDFs for today. And you too, Tom. And Ed, you're going to send me the link, and I'm going to send it to everybody. And I'll send you another link besides the one Tom's going to send. And Paul. So we're going to have 3 links. Yeah, I know, Massachusetts, MASS. I was just up there a while back. The same thing with what's his name? Ed. Ed is from Mass. We were in Quincy. We went to Zildjian. All right, gentlemen. I need to take a break. Tomorrow's smoking lesson. Believe me. I apologize. All right, Ken. Email me. You have the email, Ken? This is directed to Ken. Yes or no? You have my email? If let me put it in there anyway. Okay, Ken, email me. If you guys are going to get involved with writing a music program, huh, we're going to have a party here coming in September or October, guys. We're going to have a drum camp. Okay, good night, everybody. With that, email me there, Ken. Everybody, email me if you want the PDFs. Okay, gentlemen, have a great night. Yeah, so am I. Okay. And, oh, see you later, guys. Have a good night.